Good morning. It's a beautiful Saturday. I just took my son to the Boy Scouts and I had an hour left over, so I decided to come to this beautiful part of the forest on this beautiful September Saturday to test a new setup, a very light setup for telephoto work. And since my Lyme disease, I've not been that fit. And I was looking for a lighter setup to film and photograph using a telephoto lens. So I brought out my old 70 to 300mm Nikkor, which weighs only 350 grams. And I've hooked it up to my ZCAM. Maybe I can spot one or two deer and film them using a light setup. So let's have a look. I know a nice hideout, a shelter used by hunters, and I can sit over there. If I'm lucky, I'll see a bird or a deer. Such a beautiful Saturday morning. What more could you wish for? Well, one or two deer, I guess. Now, isn't that a perfect spot for some photography or filming? Now, these little shelters are made for hunters, but instead of shooting bullets, you can also shoot pictures. Now, this is a nice spot. Look at this. Beautiful. Completely surrounded by nature. There you have it. Instant cinematography. And now you have a cinema camera that is light and easy to use and ready to shoot wildlife. Fantastic. It's quite comfortable sitting here. And even if nothing happens, it's still great to just be out here. It was very nice to spend some time out here in the forest and to see the starlings flock together. The next morning I took my son to the forest for a short hike. I always find it amazing that in September, after just a few days of rain, the mushrooms pop up everywhere. My son also learned how fungi, such as these earth stars, spread their spores. Although it looks a bit harsh, putting pressure on these fruiting bodies will only serve to spread their spores. About 70 years ago, we reclaimed this land from the sea. You can still see the signs of this recent past when you look in the soil. The remains of marine life, such as seashells, are everywhere. Waar zie jij besjes? Now, it is time to go, but my son refuses to leave. He wants to make the perfect picture of that mushroom. I can see the obsession has started at a young age. Like father, like son. Atomos. My son is 6 years old, so he's always very excited to see wildlife, including mushrooms. It's just amazing to see his excitement and to teach him about nature and the importance of nature.
The week after, I went to one of my local badger sets and deployed a trail cam.
Wow, this reed grass has grown quite amazingly. And this is one of the badger trails. But I guess the forestry department stopped mowing this part. So this is where the badgers exit. It's now mid-September and I'm now on my way to deploy a trail cam near one of the badger sets. Of course, I can no longer observe the badgers live, because in September the sun sets too early. So it's already dark when the badgers emerge from their sets. But the trail cam has no problem with that. Man, a September forest is thick. It's good that I'm wearing my tick protecting clothing. Hey, what the hell happened here? A badger set is always so dynamic. It changes all the time. Look at all these tracks. It looks so different from a few months ago. For example, this is a completely new burrow. A completely new addition to this set. Let's see if I can find some tracks. Is it a fox or a badger? Well, this is not the clearest track. But this looks like a badger. You can see that kidney-shaped footpad. So I suspect badger. Great. Have a look at this. This is bedding. This is plant material, mostly grass, that the badgers use to line their dens. This is where they sleep in. And this keeps them warm and comfortable at night. And every so often badgers will replace their bedding. So they will take out bedding and they will put it outside of the set where it can dry and where parasites such as ticks and mites can leave. And as soon as this bedding has dried up, they will use it again. So badgers are very clean animals, and this bedding that is now in front of the set really shows me how active these badgers are. Amazing.
During fall, the badgers become very active. This is known as the autumn glut. During this time of year, the badgers feed on anything they can find, so they can fatten up and store energy reserves before winter starts. I was also happy to have captured a pine marten around this badger set. These mammals are pretty elusive and you don't see them that often.
Now that is amazing. At this location I have now captured pine martens, badgers, raccoon dogs, kingfishers and foxes, all around the same set. And the beauty is, I just checked out my trail cam using a Wi-Fi Bluetooth connection. So I didn't have to go into the forest and disturb the trail cam or disturb the animals. So I simply downloaded all the footage and now I can go, and a week from now I'll try again. And the trail cam will just be hanging there, undisturbed. So you don't have to fiddle with SD cards, you don't have to disturb the animals, you can simply go here, download the footage via Bluetooth, Wi-Fi and leave. It's amazing how far technology has come these days.
Overall, September was a fantastic month, with fall slowly creeping in, and it left me inspired as always.